Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to showcase some awesome ways that you can make gold in Phase 8. Because with Phase 8 and New Avalon being so profession heavy, it has allowed for so many awesome recipes and things that you can focus on to make a ton of gold. And I think it will be very helpful to sort of highlight these and show you guys it, because a lot of people have been slamming their head against the Scarlet Enclave, and they're spending so much consumables and so much gold, and a lot of my guildies personally are having a gold problem. So I just want to share awesome methods to sort of help a lot of you guys out. So anyway, the best ones that exist are sort of focusing the specific consumables that you need for the Scarlet Enclave. What I mean by that is stuff like Greater Holy Protection Potion. While I know the recipe is very, very hard to get, you are able to farm things like Elemental Air, which are used in the Greater Holy Protection Potions. Now, the best place for Elemental Air, unfortunately, is over here in Silithus at the Crystal Vale, fighting those mobs because of the wind invasion. If the air invasion comes, those mobs have the highest chance to drop them. There are other locations that you can go throughout, like Arathi Highlands, fighting the level 40 mobs here. At the Circle of Outer Binding right here is another great spot for it. There are a few other locations, but none that are too good. And in Elemental Airs are anywhere from like 20 to 30 gold right now because of Greater Holy Protection and needing that Holy Protection recipe to survive most fights. So focusing on specific profession things and materials is very good. Another very, very good way to do it is all of the new materials from AQ require Hive Thistle, as well as a few other things. The Karaji Stalker Venom drops from the mobs, but it's Hive Thistle, an herb from the old world, and Karaji Stalker Venom. Hive Thistle drops from herbs, specifically in Silithus. Literally any herb you pick in Silithus. So you can go here as an herbalist, and you can go and pick any herb here, and you will make a lot of gold just by literally herbing in Silithus. It doesn't matter what you're picking, as long as you're getting that Hive Thistle, which is really, really nice. Then another one that people might not be aware of is they updated the Tarnished Undermine Reel boxes to make the War-Torn ones have a lot more useful materials. So if you are still doing old content or things that give reels and you have no purpose for them, like I just have 39, I don't even know what I did to get these, probably Nightmare Dragons and stuff. We haven't been doing AQ as much right now. We've been full focused on the Enclave, but you can go and buy those reel boxes, and they have updated them to drop some much better loot and delete a lot of the useless, not very good things. So that is important as well, and something you can make a bunch of gold with. So obviously you can, if you actually want to gamble, you can just straight up buy, as long as you have the Potion Master, you can just straight up buy these mats off the auction house if you have the recipes for them, and you can just start making them, and you might get profit just by doing that. I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, if you're bored and want to gamble at all, you can. Then let's talk about leatherworking and sort of specific patterns. So all of these Scarlet Infiltrator patterns are really good, and people need them, and you have to go to a tannering rack to do it. And the ones that cost Righteous Orbs sell for like 10 to 20 gold profit usually. So like you can go and buy these, and you can go to the AH. I will say shoulders, chest, and helm sell the best, because these require you getting the recipe from the raid. So if you are a crafter and you are in a guild and you're able to get these recipes, these are straight money printers. I could literally go make 18 of these shoulders with these Righteous Orbs I have and the rugged leather and sell them for like anywhere between 80 and 100 gold, because these pieces are used for the tier set. So in order to get these Waywatcher pauldrons, I needed to get the token from the raid or craft these shoulders and use a chalice in order to get it. And something really cool that people might not know is that the new tier, even though it doesn't say Scarlet Uniform, it actually is it counts for the Scarlet Uniform. So like I only need to put on one piece of this and then I can use my disguise. As well as something that people also might not know is the pieces that say Scarlet Uniform, while it is not listed here, these actually count as sanctified pieces if you are going into Naxxramas. I know this video is about gold, but these are two very helpful tips that people just might not know about. I even recently learned about that. I didn't know that was the way it worked as well. So just a little tip there for you guys that I find to be pretty freaking helpful. But anyway, back to the gold making. So making specialized equipment like that, I'm a leatherworker, so you're seeing that example. But the ones that take Blood of Heroes and Blood of Heroes specialization, like the legs, these usually sell really well because Blood of Heroes you can get anywhere from like 50 to 200 gold per Blood of Heroes that you have, depending on the thing you are making. And now I'm going to switch over to my mage, and I will show you what I mean by that, because the mage has way better specialized things that make a lot more gold. So I will see you then. Voop. So when talking about those specialized Blood of Heroes type items, what I really have found to be the most effective, and because these recipes are very easy to get, it's a combination of tailoring and enchanting. So you literally just need to have max level tailoring, and you do the little quest to get yourself a Crimson Dawn Woven bag. So these take righteous orbs, they take essences of undeath, but they also take a Blood of Heroes. And then if you have the Blood of Heroes, which you should be getting from your weekly quest every time you turn in your crate, so that's at least one, you can make like 400 to 500 gold just by selling one of these bags. The mats are that expensive, but the Blood of Heroes is where you profit, and it has profit margins of over 100 gold most days. So you can make a ton of gold just by you doing your Scarlet Weekly here and getting your Scarlet Junk Box, which has a Blood of Heroes, if you don't want to go out and farm Blood of Heroes, and then you can make these. I have a lot of videos and resources showing you how to get the Crimson Dawn Woven bag, so definitely check that out if you are curious, but it is pretty simple. Then the other one is enchanting. So if you are a max level enchanter and you go and do the Mage, Chanting, and Tower, you can get Grand Arcanist, which takes the Blood of Heroes, Grand Inquisitor, which takes the Blood of Heroes, and these enchants are insanely powerful, by the way. Like, they are some of the best enchanting weapon enchants in the game. You also have Grand Crusader and Grand Sorcerer, which are the one-handed ones. But these all take Blood of Heroes. And once again, people are paying over 100 gold for someone just to use their Blood of Heroes on. So these are very, very helpful sort of specialized profession things you can do. I'm going to hop back over to my druid to show you the final thing that I want to talk about. And I will see you then. And then finally, one thing I want to talk about is cooking. So cooking got the biggest overhaul of the expansion and sort of New Avalon and all the foods and things you could get, with the addition of 3 new things: Sunrise Omelets, Prowler Steaks, and Filet-O-Flank, which allow you to farm giant eggs, Prowler Steak, and red wolf meat, which are all 3 pretty useless ones before this that are now great. So eggs, I like to go to Daenerys and fight the vultures here. There are giant little packs of bones that they kind of sit by over here in the Abyssal Sands and just throughout Daenerys. That's where I'd go for giant eggs. The tiger meat, straight up, might shock you, but go to STV and just start killing all the tigers somewhere between here. Obviously the elder ones have the highest drop rate, but at max level, these are level 40 mobs, so you can just obliterate the tigers and get some nice tiger meat. And then the Prowler Steak, actually, surprisingly, or the Red Wolf meat, Eastern Plaguelands just running, killing Plague Hounds, or Western Plaguelands and killing the diseased wolves over here are great sources of that meat. So that's just where I like to go for those. And then the other one is Feasts. So 2 feasts have been added: the Specklefin Feast, which focuses on raptor flesh, as well as raw spotted rock scale and raw spotted yellowtail. And then we have the Grand Lobster Banquet, which is turtle meat, buzzard wing, and dark claw lobster. This one is significantly harder to go for, and I doubt people are going to be doing these things because it's just not really worth it when these feasts are exactly the same. I would highly recommend going to any spot that has raw spotted yellowtail and raw rock-tail cod and just start fishing up those things. You will have a lot of success doing this, and I think you will profit immensely from doing that. And then raptor flesh you can get from just killing any raptors in STV. So just in that normal area that I showed here in STV, just go kill, like there's lash tail raptors right here. You can also go down to Garabashi Arena and kill raptors. You guys have hunted raptors for a while in STV, so just sort of a breakdown of all the locations, places, things you can go to earn some nice gold. And then as far as spotted yellowtail and raw rock scale, you could fish in Tenaris off the dock. You could fish over here in Swamp of Sorrows is a great spot too. But there's pretty much any in-game sort of fishing location, and you don't fish a pool, will drop those two fishes. So you can earn quite a lot of gold just sitting there AFK fishing, which is a very interesting way to do it because they've never really had something like that. But that's pretty much all of the ways that I am making gold in Phase 8 to fund raiding on my characters as much as we are. The Enclave is very costly, and people are using tons of consume. So I really hope this video helps. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to add, definitely drop it down below, and I'll do my best to help. So until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.